Peace and welcome, everybody. Thank you for joining me. We're talking UFC Mexico City, and I'm going to get into this quick. Briefly, I'm going to go over the 5 most important fights to our betting build this week. We're going to do it chrome spinning. That means we're going top down, starting with Brandon Moreno versus Lonier Kavanaugh. All right. This fight comes down to technical excellence versus elite power and elite potential. All right, Moreno is pure class. He's professional excellence. He can't get a little predictable on the feet. You absolutely know that he's coming with that 1-2 combo, finishing with the hard left kick. He's nasty on the ground. Moreno can adapt to almost any situation. He's been here before, especially when it comes to 5 rounds. Lonier Kavanaugh, he's only, in his first couple fights, but he's a bomber. I love the kid. He's not wild and out of control. Like I got a lot of guys who can knock people out with his power. He's controlled. His power is elite. He's nothing like a guy like Miran Gafurov, who's got elite power as well, but he's just reckless. He's nothing like that. His last fight, I think he was winning the first round against Energy Charles Johnson. We were on Johnson that night, by the way. Kavanaugh tried to exit the pocket after an exchange with his hands down. And Johnson caught him perfectly on the chin, slept him, sent him to the shadow realm. Now he accepts a short notice call-up, replacing a NorthCoast legend, Asu Amabayev. Asu Amabayev won us more money than anybody last year. He entered the NorthCoast Hall of Fame. Thank you, Asu. I'm sorry. Peace, respect, and speedy recovery to Asu Amabayev. Anyway, Kavanaugh stepping up. We're going to have to go with Moreno by decision. Yeah, if Kavanaugh lands some blows early, I mean, come on, it's hard to put Brandon Moreno away. Ilyana Tapora did it. I mean, not Ilyana Tapora, sorry. Pantoja did a couple times, but you guys know Brandon Moreno. He's fought the best of the best. In my mind, Brandon Moreno is one of the best of the best. So we got Brandon Moreno. Next up on the cards, important to us anyway, we're going to skip actually around. We're going to go to Kevin Borjas versus Emmanuel Rodriguez. This one is important. Full disclosure here about this fight. This is a Warlord special. On the last 2 cards, we identified 4 fights that had heavy volatility, the most heavy volatility on each one of the cards due to the variance and the possible outcomes and the possible paths to get to those outcomes. So, Warlord went 4-2 on those fights. So we're going again. This one is Emmanuel Rodriguez. He's up to -480 favorite. He's a Mexican fighter making his UFC debut in Mexico City. Delante de suerte? Es mucha precisión. It's a lot of pressure. It's a lot of pressure. Rodriguez is a high power, high output fighter. He's got limited grappling technique and limited grappling desire, in my opinion. He only has one way to win this fight. It's going to be on the feet. Now, the thing about that is there's a high probability that he wins the fight in exactly that way. But I got to go with the fighter who has multiple paths to win. Borjas has multiple paths. He's a technician. He does have a little bit of power. He's a minute stealer. He wants to control. He's only 1-3 in the UFC. But he's an experienced fighter. I wouldn't be surprised if he came out on top in this card at all. We took Kevin Borjas on the money line, and we took Kevin Borjas by decision. I don't see him putting the young kid away. The money line was +340. Him winning by decision was +850. So we're looking for Kevin Borjas big time to come through for us. And I'll tell you what, though, if you like Rodriguez, take him to win in under 1.5 rounds to boost your money. And if he does pull it off, you're going to get a way better payday by taking him under 1.5 rounds. I took Kevin. The longer this fight goes on, every minute this fight goes on, tilts it more to the Kevin Borhoff side. And if this fight sees 3 rounds, Kevin's going to get that decision. So there is that. Next up on the cards, Shad0wbox final. Bring it to you brief. It's the classic aging vet versus the rising superstar matchup. We got Chito Vera versus Mexican favorite, one of my personal favorites, David Martinez. Now, there's 2 things that speak to me the loudest about this fight. Number 1, there are 2 things that speak to me the loudest about this fight, considering the odds that we're getting. Number 1, it's the co-main event in Mexico City, featuring the country's most popular rising prospect. Number 2, Vera's damage accumulation throughout the years. For years, we speak about Vera's toughness, Vera's chin, Marlon Vera's chin, Chito Vera's toughness. That's because we're all impressed with how much damage he takes. The guy gets beat on and he just stays in there. Hard to get him out of there. This is Martinez in a showcase match to me because of its placement as a co-main event and who Martinez is, who he is to the Mexican people. I got to go with Martinez by decision because it's so hard to get Chito out of there. Listen, there are no locks, and I do believe they put Martinez in this position to showcase him. That does not mean he's guaranteed to win. Chito's a tough out. He's won 15 fights in the UFC. He's 15-10. Man, that's 25 fights in UFC. This experience curve is going to be huge. David Martinez only has 2 fights in the UFC, so, will his potential win out over experience? That's always the question when we deal with this kind of matchup. Will the experience win or will the potential? This time, I'm going with the potential. Next up for us, we have Christian Quinones versus Chris Matinho. Now, these guys are going to come together and attempt to hurt each other. And this fight should provide our amusement park ride of the night. We're going to have ups, we're going to have downs, we're going to have thrills, and it should be over in minutes. Chris Matinho wants to win through pressure. He wants to get up in your face. He wants to make you uncomfortable. Now, he hasn't done a great job of this throughout his career so far. Look at that tail of tape, look at that record. But, he hasn't, I don't want to say throughout his career, he hasn't done a great job of this on this level so far. On the other side, Problema just wants someone to stand still long enough to hit it, so he can hit him. And that's been his only problem. He's in trouble with movement. He's good on the hands, guys will take him down. You can get him in all kind of ways, but Chris Matinho can't get him in all kind of ways. And that's the importance, that's the difference. They come together, he's got the greater power, he's got the greater consequence. I believe Christian Quinones puts Chris Matinho out inside distance. I got him for a knockout. We got half a unit on that on FanDuel. Like I said, Problema just wants somebody to stand there for him, to come forward and hit him. He doesn't want to chase, and Chris Matinho is going to be his huckleberry. Next up, we got Eric Silva versus Francis Marshall. The line is way too wide here. We went from Marshall at minus 530, Marshall at minus 530 to Marshall at minus 720 now as the favorite. I believe he's going to win. Don't get me wrong. Silva is much tougher than everybody's giving him credit for, much tougher than these odds would suggest. And Marshall wins a hard-fought battle on cards is the pick there. I like Edgar Chairez. I like Santiago Luna and Ryan Gondra with confidence. Also to win, I like Baba Yaga, Damian Pinus, of course. We like Kerek Kete. I have trouble pronouncing her name every time. Ernesta Kerek. We like those two, just not with as much confidence as the 3 previous before it. And then also, I want to leave you with betting tip. Zellhuber, minus 520 favorite. I call him the parlay buster. Now, I do have him to win. I can't lie there. I put him through the system. Warlord came back, said he was going to win. But let me tell you this. He lost his first fight against Trey Ogden. He was a minus 390 favorite. He has lost to Esteban Ribovics as a minus 190 favorite. In his last match, he was a minus 850 favorite over Michael Johnson. And Michael Johnson's very, very similar career arc to Bobby Keane Green, who he's fighting in this match. So those are all the matches that pertain to the bets we took. Even some of these guys are just like legs in the parlay, which is why you dig into them all the way. Let's see what that Damian Baba Yaga fight versus Party Time, Wes Schultz. Forgive me, that Party Time nickname is the silliest nickname in all of the UFC. But here we go. Let me look at it. Oh. Okay. Finally. Apologies to all you delicates out there. We have Damus Baba Yaga Penis. Penis is a sniper from Aruba. Pretty fighter who wants to control distance. He's got great power. He wants to clean strike his way to a knockout or a decision. Against him, we got Wes Schultz. Now, Wes Schultz is a physical pressure fighter. He's got great size. He wants to get things dirty. At middleweight, Schultz's size and physicality is enough to bully most opponents. He is 6'2". Damian's pretty tall himself. Damian's 6'1". And even though Wes Schultz is taller, Penis has the reach advantage. Pause. So Baba Yaga's fighting a guy whose nickname is Party Time. If you go to Tapology, his profile picture looks like, oh my god, Point Break. You watch an Avengers movie and they're called Thor Point Break? Yeah, dude doesn't look like Thor though. He looks more like Point Break. No, nicknames and looks aside, they don't make a fight. Great hands and footwork versus solid jiu-jitsu and grappling do, and that is what we have here. Damian wants to fight, keep it on the feet. Party Time wants to get on the ground and swing that hair and party. And we like Damian to win this close matchup. Maybe he puts out Party Time and sends him to the shadow realm so he can party with me. That's it. That's what we took. So we will see here on our DFS on DK series. We got in some stuff. We got 2 head-to-head lineups this week. We entered the 40K with 5,882 people into it. We got in a 5-player winner-takes-all captain matchup. We went at it this week. We think this is a great card, and we're gonna win some money, man. We're gonna bring back like 10 plus units, man. We're going after it. Hey, thank you guys for joining me. Please watch those fights. Like, subscribe if you like the video. We'll be back next week with our full set of videos. Next week, all of them will be coming out. They'll all be out in time. Warlord's out. NorthCoast Media58. Get to the website, and you will find a treasure chest of MMA, UFC, betting, things, materials, whatever you're into, and it's all animated. All right. Yeah, I'm out of here, man. Peace.